So when you're
Tell me
ready.
when you're ready. Bill, as a water purveyor, what are your main concerns overall in terms of water supply?
Well, you just said it, water supply. That's the big concern. If we fight very hard, work very hard for our water supply, which to a water purveyor is the dam or the groundwater system or the hydrology, the snow melt, rainfall. That's big. And then, of course, as you come into the fire world in an urban environment, the supply comes out of our facilities. So we have to have those facilities, tanks, pumping plants, the pipelines. They have to be in the right place, reliable, and in good shape. Then the next thing we worry about, of course, is ever-present flow and pressure, right? The fire hydrant world requires flow and pressure. We worry about storage because flow from fire hydrants has a duration with it most of the time. So that's important to us and important to the fire world. And then and something that's emerged over the last, well, actually 20 years, but maybe even more recently, is water quality. The water quality rules have significantly increased, hundreds of them in terms of constituents that you watch for. And to kind of put an interesting spin on it, firefighters like to have lots of storage, to fight fires. Water purveyors don't like to have lots of storage because it's hard to maintain the water quality. So there's that balancing act we have to provide. So that's some of the key things we pay attention to.
What about in terms of home fire sprinkler requirements and that integration with that infrastructure?
Well, that's a real important feature, and lots of discussion in the water industry about that now. Of course, we come down to the pressure situation now. Remember with the hydrants it was flow and pressure? Well, now in the sprinkler system it's the pressure situation. Because for most water agencies, the infrastructure is strong enough to deal with the residential sprinkler system. I don't worry about it at all. It's relatively small, important, but small to me. In terms of further interface, now I think about the issue of as the systems become more ubiquitous and spreading throughout the country and throughout our towns, now I have a different kind of connection that I'm looking at. So I get into the issues and concerns about, well, I could say backflow prevention, or maybe not. Do I need it? Are there alternative ways of accomplishing that? Do I need to accomplish it? Sizing of the system. The classic way we size our laterals and our meters now might change. The issue of do I put one or two connections in, one for the fire and one for the water, or the potable water. We use one where I come from in East Bay Met because we're going to meter them both because we're worried about water theft and leakage. And if I don't meter it, if I just stick it out there, I have no control over it. So that gets where the infrastructures come together and interface.
What about the